Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Rosalind Brinson, and this is a channel that's probably overdue for being featured. As I've been mentioning with a few very supportive channels lately, we feature a different channel every single day on Tuber Chat based on impact and generosity that I have seen within the community. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, so that you literally have the opportunity to meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. So thank you everybody for coming in to Tuber Chat on such an uncommon day and time. I'm not always able to be here on Monday, but things changed up, so I want to always mix up the days and times so that we can always give different people an opportunity to be in here and meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. When we look at Rosalind Brinson's channel, there's a lot of story to be told on this channel. They mix up a lot of videos and live streams together with a lot of crafting, and you'll get an idea about the channel, what started it, what we can expect on it from the About page. For instance, caregiving, creative spaces, finance, relationships, and much more. And then Rosalind Brinson describes themselves as a bead artist, daughter, caregiver, and businesswoman. They certainly want to motivate and inspire others. I've been lucky enough to catch them in a couple of live streams, but I'm hoping we can catch some more. I've got the notification bell on for every channel. You're going to find bead chat is basically what some of these are called, where they're working on crafts but keeping up with the chat, and the conversation can go anywhere once we're in there. I'm going to take their latest video though, a new morning routine video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with this creator, who has already passed their 100 subscribers, by the way. I'm hoping we can get them a few more so that we can get that 100 locked in. We know that the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting that first 100 and other milestones like it and far beyond all the time. So as well, when we look at the shorts on this channel, we see a lot of crafting here and a bit of variety, but these have gotten into the hundreds of views, and one of them over 1,400, which is great to see. So that will likely continue as they post more and more. So thank you again, everybody, for coming in. Obviously, Rosalind Brinson is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Drunken Chef Barbecue, good to see you here. I know you're here early. I hope you caught my response to your question about keeping up with the chat. I'm not sure if I understood completely, but for those of you who wonder, it's been mentioned many times, how do I keep up with the chat? I promise you I miss as much as anybody might expect, probably a lot more actually, and our moderators, particularly Scratch and PPA, are able to help with that a lot when I miss a lot of things. But I am lucky enough to have two windows going right now. One of the windows actually has the screen that you see the wheel and the channels that we promote on, if that makes sense, up in the corner of the screen over there. And then the rest of the stuff are just features that are included with OBS, but I have a second monitor in which I am able to read the chat. And then most of what goes on here is conversation between creators, which is great. And then when anybody has something that they need for me to see, like a question or a comment, what I ask is that everybody just gives a 3 thumbs up at the beginning, middle, and end. Or, pardon me, at the beginning or end of the comment or question, and then that can help me see it a little bit easier. I try to keep my eyes open and catch them as often as I can, but I also speak endlessly for 3 straight hours, so you'll find that very quick if you're brand new to Tuber Chat. And I know we've got a lot of familiar faces in the house. And thank you, Adventures with Outdoor Eagle. I know they're driving right now. Thank you for staying safe. I know we've got a few friends that run the stream in the background, and I really do appreciate every moment anybody can be here, whether you're just popping in for a moment or to give a thumbs up. And we've got quite a full wheel to start us out for today, so I'm just getting Butler Family Farm on there right now, but I also saw that Scratch and PPA, of course, was early as always. Rambling with the Brooms is coming in right now, and then Just Jason Keto and Yellow Shirt Dad were both very early in the door today. And Rambling with the Brooms is another fellow Canadian, as are Just Jason Keto and Scratch and PPA. I've got them on the wheel. My flock is everywhere is in the house. Coastal Water is here, and it might be too early for this. I usually wait about 15 minutes, but we'll see if our robots are working. I see Big Dude is coming in. Katie's Kitchen and Canadian Family Life are here. And we also see Growing What I Eat, Woman Outdoors, along with Songbits Laura and Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Our favorite Irish couple, Unstable TV, Danielle and James are here. Andy from Ace Flaw 1 has been a friend since the very beginning of Tuber Chat. It's always good to have you here. And Come Hither with Heather, I see in the chat. Rushing Wind Mountain is here, as well as Bose Pixel, which is a long time friend. Bronze Flat Powered God might be here for the first time, and forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. And Weight Loss Secrets and More might be here for the first time as well. But if you are brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Cruising Scene and Experienced Africans are also here. It's the Bankroll is in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Just as we were starting, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch dropped a super chat on us, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She's done that countless times, as is Lee right now from the UK. He actually celebrated a birthday the other day, and I was very lucky to have caught it. I thought it was supposed to be a little bit later, but I was lucky enough to be there. But thank you for the super chat again, First Floor Audio. So we're going to look at Hillbilly Chicken Ranch and First Floor Audio next, because we always look at Super Chatters right away here. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We'll start spinning the wheel shortly. And it's open to everyone, so it takes a long period of time, usually about 2 hours or so. But eventually I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And then later today, in another 3 hours after Tuber Chat, I'm going to do another trivia stream. For those of you who have followed my personal channel, we'll go over there and play trivia for about 2 to 2.5 hours afterwards as well. I've been doing that every Monday night. All that fluff and stuff is here from Australia. They happen to be a member, so I'll get them on the wheel. So again, we're looking at Rosalind Brinson, and this is another creator who makes frequent appearances here. Bead art is what we're going to see the most of, but it's basically crafting and conversation that I've caught on this channel so far, with a little bit of variety in their shorts. Thrifty Angela, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That is a long time friend, as a matter of fact, and somebody who let us know a long time ago that she actually does a bit of research about trends before posting videos, and that contributes to her rapid growth in views, among other things. So hopefully everybody will connect with Thrifty Angela. And yeah, it's interesting that we're seeing different creators today, because I'm guessing that a part of that is because we're on at an uncommon time. We're not usually here at this time of week, but I was lucky to be able to do a stream today. And then Tina A. Wawarending, good to see you in the house. Mark the Shark is also here. And thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that Rambling with the Broom sent to Super Chat, but I missed it. I'll show you what I do sometimes, for those of you who are wondering. So I mentioned it earlier that I have another monitor here, and I keep a window off to the side, always on live chat, never on top chat, of course. But what happens is, this is the window that I use to try to keep up with the chat. What I'll do when I'm doing the introductions is head over to the participant list. And this is where we find out who's actively engaged in chat right now. you'll notice yourself when you're doing live streams or premieres that the live chat will have people coming in and out all the time, because it only keeps people around for about a minute, if I'm right, after saying something in the chat. If a minute or two goes by, they hop out of the participant list and back in. So it could be confusing. Whenever you see a live stream or a premiere and the number of people in the participant list is about 1/3 to 1/2 of the people viewing, you know that that's accurate. Anything outside of those figures is probably a little bit shady, but that's just an assumption, and don't hold me to it. Growing What I Eat, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. We're going to put your channel up right after First Floor Audio, who will come up right after Rambling with the Brooms, and we will look at Hillbilly Chicken Ranch right now, as a matter of fact. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And thank you, everyone. We are overwhelmingly busy right now, which is great. Ron's Keto Cafe is also in the house. I caught them for a live stream the other day, right? It was a live stream. The Adventures of Kenny and Debbie have been out supporting all kinds of creators. I just ran into them about an hour or two ago in another stream. I'm always happy to see creators out supporting each other. And again, as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody seems to be doing just fine. Oh, Come Hither with Heather, thank you very much for another super chat. She's done that countless times. And I'm just getting Yarn again onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. Come Hither with Heather, we will look at right after Growing What I Eat as well. We were really hoping that Come Hither with Heather was going to join Drew and Werner here in Canada. And it looks like we might have to wait for another opportunity for that, but I'll let you hear that story from Come Hither with Heather on their channel. But thank you for that generous super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And you'll notice as well that Come Hither with Heather took over our Stream Boss position all in one swoop there. That's the video game life meter under my camera here, and every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock them out and take over gets some extra exposure. And that will be Come Hither with Heather for a little while. As well, before we're going to see their channel eventually, but we never know how long it's going to be before Scratch and Pete PA comes up. But there are some very exciting announcements both on his channel and the other social media networks. Scratch and Pete PA does a great job of utilizing Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to build interactivity into his video series and promote what's happening on his channel. But he's got some very exciting announcements going on right now, so I hope everybody will connect with him. We'll look at his channel when it comes up. Tripping with Dre and Michelle is here. I caught them for a live stream, I think it was yesterday, and they're dropping a super chat, so we're going to get their channel up right after Come Hither with Heather. And I notice Ron's Keto Cafe is also slipping in with another super chat as well. So thank you, everybody, for this extra generous support to get us started for today. I see Embarkation Nation is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. We've got, we're usually here for 3 hours. Lots and lots of time to put lots and lots of channels on the screen and the wheel, of course. Like I said, it's open to everybody. It'll take a long time today, but we will eventually add some names to our wheel from our chat list. It's always based on who's most actively engaged in conversation in the chat. And thank you, Thrifty Angela. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Orange Cone Vlog, good to see you back in the house. They've been out supporting creators as well. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is run by Susan, and that's the creator that you see in the banner and a lot of the thumbnails on this channel. And she comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. What we find in a lot of these creators is a common desire in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. That's certainly the case with Susan from the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. She is often bringing us homesteading style content, both in videos and in shorts. I see I'm falling behind, so I'm going to set a notification for tomorrow's premiere, and I'm going to get the newest video that she just put up right before Tuber Chat, actually. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a special playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. When we look at the live streams, I have been lucky enough to catch the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch many, many times, and she's got an action-packed show that goes on in her live streams. And she will do everything from inspiring us in a spiritual way with devotionals, as well as talking about upcoming or current events, newsworthy content, where we have a platform and a place to share our views and discuss different things with each other. And then she'll introduce us to other creators, having them up on StreamYard panels and things like that. And then when we look at the shorts on the channel, we see that the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch has gotten into the hundreds of views with many of these shorts videos, and now getting into even well over 700 and almost 800 views. And my dear goodness, Songbits Laura, thank you very much for those gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done, and I know all the recipients will be happy to have gotten those as well. As I notice them in the chat, we will add them onto the wheel. Anybody that's not already been added, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Cake No Eat Meat Day with cherry on top and more. I saw you at the beginning. Thank you for being here. Forgive me for not saying hello earlier. Love to Travel with Wave is also in the house. And Homestead in the Wood with D, thank you for another super chat. And I'm just about to miss one as well. Weight loss secrets and more is going to come up right after Songbits Laura. We're treating those gifted memberships like super chats now, so I'm making quite a list here, and we will put these channels up onto the screen in order with our super chatters, and then we will get back to spinning the wheel like we usually do momentarily. So Homestead in the Wood with D will come up right after Weight Loss Secrets and More. And thank you. Songbits Laura happens to have been a member for 5 months already as well. Marie Holiday, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Jazzy Marie, Voice Fighting Cancer, good to see you in the house. Forgive me for not being sure if this might be your first time here, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. All that fluff and stuff, thank you for another gifted membership. They've done that before as well. And Orange Cone Vlog picked that up. They happened to be here, and they actually just ironically dropped a super chat right after that gifted membership. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate this overwhelmingly generous beginning to our live stream. So thank you everybody for this. Now just keep in mind, super chats and memberships are unnecessary here. Very much appreciated, of course, but everything's open to everyone. And we will, like I said, add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation after a long while. I see VS Speaks Royally is in the house. I've got them on the wheel now as well, and I hopefully am caught up. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. But, again, we're looking at Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. This is Susan, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and somebody who definitely wants to promote and help others as well. So, Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, I'm just going to take off the wheel. Rambling with the Brooms is a fellow Canadian, a city councillor, and someone who happens to live very close to our nation's capital of Ottawa. And Rambling with the Brooms is working on well over 1,700 subscribers right now, and working on 1,800 as a matter of fact. Hopefully we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. So thank you again, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Thank you, Rambling with the Brooms, for your super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Lola Toyin, good to see you in the house. Thank you for being here again. And when we look at Rambling with the Brooms, we see a lot of variety, but this is another creator that comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. And we had this influx. It's getting on almost a year now since a lot of homesteading type channels came into the Tuber Chat family. We're happy to have them because we see a lot of generosity behind a lot of the creators behind these channels. What I usually group in that category is farming, ranching, typical homesteading, camping, fishing, hiking, and any other outdoor type channels, gardening certainly. And there's quite a few here, and like I said before, we find that a lot of these creators seem to have this instinct in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. Rambling with the Brooms as well would like to help promote other creators. We've met some friends through this channel, and they have introduced a lot of creators in StreamYard panels. And they continue to collaborate with others. Scott actually makes himself a very big part of the YouTube community, going around to meetups and things like that. Butler Family Farm just dropped a super chat, so thank you for that extra generous support. They've done that before, and it's ironic because when we look at Butler Family Farm, we're actually going to see Scott from Rambling with the Brooms on that channel, even though these creators are from different countries, because they both make extreme effort to be a part in real life of their YouTube communities. You'll see what I mean when we talk about the Mid-America meetup. Rambling with the Brooms has some shorts going on the channel, and these have gotten into the thousands of views. One of them over 7,700. Live streams are frequent. He's got a couple of series, including Shenanigan Fridays and Procrastination Thursdays, that's been running for a long time. Yesterday I caught him for a pop-up live stream, as a matter of fact. But Rambling with the Brooms will always promote other creators. He happens to be monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And one of the things that he's got going on is actually a collaboration with Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. He's known as the Mod Father, and this particular video is a very informative video about something they've got coming up that's a special project. They've got a copy of this on both of their channels because they did that simulcast system from StreamYard where everybody can push the stream out together. So Lazy Days Ahead and Rambling with the Brooms have this, where they got a travel agent to come on and describe not only what's going on with their collaboration for a special cruise that's coming up, but talking about cruising in general. What we're talking about is an Alaskan cruise that's set to sail from Seattle to Alaska in August of 2025, and you can get all the information you need about that on both of those channels. But Rambling with the Brooms has set this up with the Mod Father, so these two creators have done a lot of different things together. They're seen on each other's channels all the time, but Rambling with the Brooms will introduce us to all kinds of creators when we're there. He does product reviews, typical homesteading activities, and I have even hung out with Scott in his live streams in the Sugar Shack making maple syrup. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. Thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we looked at that channel right away, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a little while. Janet Homestead, where you are, just dropped a super chat as well, so we're going to look at their channel right after Butler Family Farm. And right now, First Floor Audio is coming up. If anybody in the house right now would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see. If I did miss something you wanted me to specifically see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up. MLY Bird Farm, good to see you in the house. King Morgan is also here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. So First Floor Audio is Lee. This is a talented music producer and performer, and he will actually allow us to influence and interact with him while he performs and produces on his channel. Typically he does these during during the live streams. They're very interactive. Like I said, I caught him for his birthday bash. I was lucky to have caught that. I thought it was supposed to be a few days later, but thank goodness, right? So if anybody hasn't already wished First Floor Audio a happy birthday, I hope you will. A belated happy birthday to them. And they're another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Pardon me while I just add our Georgia Suburban Homestead onto the wheel. They happen to be a member as well. And we'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. When we look at First Floor Audio, we're also going to see just a few shorts, but those are really to promote a few live streams. When we get into the videos, we see that Lee has a diverse scope in his talent. And what I mean by that is that I actually worked in the music industry for a very long time. And when you meet producers of any kind, you usually find that they stick to a genre or two, but Lee gets into everything from classic rock right up to new pop style electronic type music as well, and is able to just off the cuff start breaking into songs of all kinds. He'll actually drag you right into the content. So I hope you'll see what I mean by joining his channel. All his original works are available as music videos that you can find on his video page as well. And thank you one more time, First Floor Audio, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For the same reason, Growing What I Eat is coming up right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. You know what it's like to get captivated by content or conversation in a premiere or live stream and forget to give that thumbs up for a few minutes. That's why we give each other so many reminders. Orange Cone Vlog used to manage bands in Chicago. Interesting. I've been lucky enough to have been Chicago for a few days. I was able to spend some time. It's a gorgeous city, as most of you know, anybody who's been there. Woman Outdoors, thank you for the gifted membership. We've seen a lot of that today, and it's an incredibly generous thing to have done. So thank you for that. I know Katie from Popping the Popcorn will be happy to have that. And Woman Outdoors will come up right after Janet Homestead, Where You Are. I've got quite a list, but we are going to get through all our super chatters and membership gifting contributors, if that's the right way of saying that. Oodles and Caboodles of Crafts, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Growing What I Eat has 829 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 900 that they're thinking about. What we see from Growing What I Eat is another gardening, farming, ranching, homesteading type channel. They're going to give us tips and tricks when it comes to growing a lot of different types of foods. The idea is sustainability and trying to grow as much as possible and live off the things that they grow. They garden in containers as well as traditional gardening, and they try to learn different techniques to become more sufficient each and every day, and they share that with us on their channel. So you can catch them for live streams. I caught them about a couple months ago. I didn't realize it was that long already. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. They only stream occasionally, but they've got some shorts here as well that are starting to get into over 2,000 views, which is great to see. And then videos, I've taken the latest one, put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit and make sure I don't fall too far behind. Come Hither with Heather is going to be coming up next. If anybody in the house has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So let's give it 3 minutes and we will be back with Come Hither with Heather. Okay, we're back, and we're going to look at Come Hither with Heather's channel in a moment. I just want to show everybody something. Drunken Chef Barbecue, who's a longtime friend, actually brought up a great question, and it comes up once in a while. People usually message me outside of Tuber Chat for that, like for instance on Instagram and Facebook and things like that. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. But you'll notice in Tuber Chat live streams, you cannot rewind. So if I say something, you want to go back and see what I said, you won't be able to do that until the end of the live stream. I'll show you how that's done. It's called DVR. It stands for Digital Video Recorder, and it's meant to be similar to what we would remember from VHS tapes or DVD recorders and things like that. If we click the create button and we click on go live, what's going to happen is this is how a lot of creators will choose to go on to the YouTube system to do a live stream. So what I'm going to do, because this window pops up to kind of interfere with what we want to do right now, I'm not going to say I want to go live right now. I'm going to say I want to go live at a later date. And if you want to mark the time on today's live stream, by the way, you can mark it at 35 minutes into episode number 598 if you want to go back and watch this segment to see what I was talking about. So I'm going to say I'm using streaming software, and it really doesn't matter what we say. We just want to make sure we get to this page right here. You'll notice it's automatically selected on the left. If yours is not, you just want to click on manage. This is going to show us the live streams we've got coming up and where we're live now. So you'll notice episode 600 is coming up on Saturday. I hope everybody will join us for that special edition. For today, we're going to look at the live stream we're already on, and this gives us a chance to set some of our settings and keep an eye on the chat, shows us some statistics, we can see the stream health and things like that. But you're going to notice one button here called Enable DVR, Enable Digital Video Recorder, and I've got it off. Now the truth is I'm using Streamlabs desktop software, and when you set up a scheduled live stream with Streamlabs desktop, you're able to set that setting when you're setting the stream up in the first place. But if you want to double check, or if you're unsure, or if you need to set it, you can go here, and as long as this is disabled, people won't be able to reverse while you're live streaming. Of course, if you leave your live streams intact, everybody can go back afterwards. But why in the world would somebody want to do that? Why would you want to stop anybody from going back in a live stream? The biggest reason is because the chat can get out of sync with the stream if anybody accidentally clicks something or refreshes their page, and we've probably almost everyone has probably done that at least once. What I'm talking about is you might be watching the stream 2 or 3 minutes, even a half an hour or an hour behind what's actually happening. None of the chat is making sense, and if you don't double check and look, you might have to forward the live stream. This prevents that from happening. No matter how many times people refresh their page and everything else, everybody's watching at the same time. So that's just an idea, but thank you again, Drunken Chef Barbecue, for the question. It's a great opportunity to be able to talk about that. And now we're looking at Come Hither with Heather. I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping. Annabelle TV came in. That is a creator who happens to be a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment. If there is something that you wanted me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Jose Fantasticville is in the house. Little Red and Bunny Tracks is a second channel from TWT TV. Get to the Farm is never far behind. I want to know who's on the wheel now. And then Oodles and Caboodles of Crafts is asking, is the desktop streaming that I'm currently using free or paid? I pay for Streamlabs. And forgive me, Come Hither with Heather. We're going to talk about your channel in a moment. This is the window that I use in Streamlabs desktop. It looks very much like OBS. It was actually built from OBS. They recently renamed it to Streamlabs desktop. I pay for what is called Streamlabs Prime, I think, or Ultra, or some name like that, whatever the Pro version is, and have for a very long time. because I want to be able to utilize a lot of the extra features. And I've had it for a long time now. YouTubers, good to see you in the house. That's a long-time friend. Good to have you back in the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then, yeah, that makes sense. Adventures with Outdoor Eagle. Absolutely, yes. Putting a phone in a pocket for a second. Sometimes we're trying to keep up with somebody's live stream while we're out and about. And then we find that just a simple accidental touch of the phone can send your entire stream out of sync. And but that's a good point. So thank you for that. Annabelle TV just gifted a membership. Thank you for that. Pardon me. Thank you for that extra generosity. For that reason, we are going to put Annabelle TV's channel up right after Woman Outdoors. And when we see things like gifted memberships, which we've seen a lot of today, we put those in order with Superchatters to go up on the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Nez Lover's also in the house. They happen to be a member, so I'm going to get them on the wheel also. I'm going to try to really race through channels today a little bit faster than we usually do because we're overwhelmingly busy, as we can all see. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And thank you, Unstable TV Shorts, for the positivity in the chat as well. Woman Outdoors, I know that Junkyard Gamer will be happy to have picked up that membership. They're a longtime friend as well. Pardon me. And yes, thank you, Scratch and PPA. I must have missed that. The wheel that we use, you'll notice there's a logo. I know it's hard to see if you're on a phone, but wheelofnames.com, just like Scratch and PPA just mentioned, this wheel is free. I will never be able to remember where I saw it the first time many years ago, but lots and lots of creators use this in their live streams for giveaways and all kinds of different stuff. Don Ray B is gifting another membership, so thank you for that. We've seen an abundant number of those today, for which I'm very grateful, of course. We're going to put Don Ray B's channel up right after Annabelle TV. And, pardon me, I know that Natalie Nicole's ASMR will be happy to have picked up that gifted membership. We never get to choose who gets it, right? YouTube kind of selects on its own. Mary Coco Pontus, Mary Coco Pocahontas, the plug's daughter. Thank you for the super chat as well. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm trying to say that name. It's like a tongue twister to me today. But they're a longtime friend as well. Stormbreaker Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being sure if this might be your first time here. Obviously not, because you're saying hello, Kevin. And forgive me, it's either been a long time or unless you rename the channel. And forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Destination Fun, good to see you in the house as well. She is out supporting other creators all the time and on StreamYard panels every day. I was lucky to catch her on her own channel the other day. And we're looking at Come Hither with Heather. This channel comes to us from Australia. They bring us paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations. There's a little bit of variety here, and I've actually joined them on their channel a couple of times. You'll notice that Canadian Family Life is also in the chat. If we skip over to Come Hither with Heather's live streams, you'll see this yellow, brightly colored thumbnail, and Canadian Family Life and Tuber Chat are both featured there. We had a 2-hour conversation actually about Canada and the fact that Drew's Adventures and Werner's Adventures are visiting right now, and we're hoping to get a couple of meetups done. Thrifty Angela, yes, I am very lucky that my memory's still somewhat intact, but Thrifty Angela has been a longtime friend since the beginning of Tuber Chat, as a matter of fact. So has YouTubers. YouTubers has renamed their channel, but they are a longtime friend as well. So thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly. But I try to learn as much as I can. I mean, everybody can only do as much as they can handle, of course, right? But I try to do as much as I can to learn about channels, learn about content, and especially the creators behind the channels. You hear that in the stories that I tell while we're here in these live streams, right? And the idea then is that I can promote channels and we can bring knowledge together for discussion so that we can all make better decisions for our channels and our videos. So I didn't realize Thrifty Angela had actually been off for a while, but everybody needs a little bit of a break here and there. Even I've had to be off at times, usually forced out of either not feeling well or things like that. But, you know, if that's necessary, then it's necessary, absolutely, right? Health comes first, whether it's physical, mental, or otherwise, right? Scratching my way to riches or rags, good to see you in the house. And Come Hither with Heather as well happens to be obviously a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They were our stream boss for a moment. Butler Family Farm has actually taken over a little while ago. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of our stream boss. They get a little bit of extra exposure. But Come Hither with Heather has done that kind of thing many times. They dropped a Super Chat earlier. I'm just going to put their latest video on my catch-up list, and I've got a notification on for their premiere that's coming up in a few days. We always set notifications for everything that we see, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, regardless of start time, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm. Hopefully I'll catch Come Hither with Heather for another live stream soon, but they happen to be in Australia, so they might be somewhere around 12 hours off from our time zone. I happen to be in Eastern, of course, in Toronto and Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. When we look at Come Hither with Heather's shorts videos, we see that these have started to climb into well over 2,100 views. And I'm just going to show you as well Werner's Adventures. And this is, these two creators are partners. Werner's Adventures brings us more in explorations of abandoned locations on their channel. They're both incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. I'm hoping to meet up with Werner from Werner's Adventures as well as Drew from Drew's Adventures while they're here in Canada over the next couple of weeks. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle is coming up right now, and these creators are here with us frequently also. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and pushing them towards the 3,900 subscribers that they're thinking about right now. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Thrifty Angela, thank you so much for the Super Chat. I'm going to put your channel up right after YouTubers. We always put Super Chatters and gifted membership contributors up right away, and then we'll get to spinning the wheel eventually. And it will be a little while from now still. I'm guessing half an hour or so. But I am going to move through channels faster than I usually do. When we look at Trippin' with Dre and Michelle, we find a bit of variety here. And they're talking about dealing with travel, food, reviews, inspiration, music, and more. Dre also happens to be a DJ, and I've caught them a couple of times. I think I actually caught them for a live stream yesterday. Yeah, I did. The red line is back because I was there either for a while or went back to comment or something. When we look at the shorts videos, we see that they've gotten into well over 1,000 views now. That's likely going to continue, and we see a lot of variety there. And then, of course, their videos have all kinds of travel and all kinds of fun, both indoors and outdoors. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And obviously generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters as well. And Scratch My Way to Riches or Rags I just caught for a live stream. So thank you for that Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. The Stock Explorers in the house. They were just live a minute ago. Let's get the Stock Explorer on the, pardon me, wheel. They are here as both a member and a moderator. And then our Georgia Suburban Homestead, thank you so much for that generous Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel up onto the screen right after Scratch My Way to Riches or Rags. We try to do it in order, except when I make mistakes and things like that. And Scratch and PPA usually has to help me clean those up. But they do a great job of that, for which I'm grateful. And thank you, everybody, for the overwhelming support today. Scratch My Way to Riches or Rags actually took over our Stream Boss position as well. So every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. That's the video game life meter that you see under my camera. The last person knocked about and take over gets some extra exposure for a little while. Ron's Keto Cafe is coming up as well. We're going to get that channel up onto the screen right now. I caught them for a, was it a live stream or a premiere the other day? look at the live streams. Did I catch you for a premiere? Was that what it was? What am I thinking of? 11 days ago? Was it longer than I thought? I thought I just saw Ron's Keto Cafe on a live stream. Maybe I'm mistaken. I've always got the notification bell on for every channel, and that's, of course, in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, making sure we can catch each other as often as possible. Lots of live streams here, and Ron's Keto Cafe is going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living on their channel. I'm reading their About page while I'm talking about it here. You'll get some information here when you read the About page, but they plan on making some great low-carb, healthy meals on the channel, as well as tips and tricks when it comes to either a keto-based diet or lifestyle. I'm just going to take their latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up a little bit. Ron's Keto Cafe is here with us frequently. We've actually got this small influx of keto-specific based channels, creators that want to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. And they've personally had impact on myself. Jason Keto comes to mind all the time. I mentioned the other day I might have lost 17 pounds since my peak in the winter. That I might have got way ahead of myself. And I said at the time, I was like, if the scale is right. But I cut on the scale the other day, and it was 4 pounds heavier than when I measured at the least. I was wearing shoes, but I don't think my shoes were 4 pounds. Weigh 4 pounds. But anyway, we'll figure that out. But these creators are having a positive impact on lots of different people. You hear that in the stories that come up on their channels. Ron's Keto Cafe has been a friend for a while now, several months. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Woman Outdoors, no, it's actually going to be quite a while. I've still got 6 or 7 channels to go before your channel comes up, but it is coming. Songbits Laura is coming up next. They gifted some memberships today, which is an incredibly generous thing to have done. Thank you again, Ron's Keto Cafe, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Songbits Laura is going to bring a lot of variety on their channel. I can see that I'm behind, so I'm just going to grab their latest video. They just put this up half an hour ago, and they've got a live stream replay here, it looks like. Giveaway winners. Winnings and purchases. Interesting. A little bit different than a Happy Meal video, but there must be lots there. It's a 3-hour video. And then shorts videos on this channel encompass a lot of variety. We see lots of creators bringing variety into their shorts, even if they have niche channels. You see more and more of that as I pull more channels on the screen today. Getting into 3,800 and even 8,500 views, which is great to see, and that will likely continue as well. 6 pounds? Do my shoes can't weigh 6 pounds, all that fluff and stuff, can they? Or are they Canadian pounds? Is that why I'm wearing Skechers? They should be light. Light. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna test that actually. I've got a shipping scale beside me as well. Some of you know that some of my work involves some other online social media type things, but including a tiny amount of Amazon and especially eBay. I've shipped well over 1,000 packages now and listed thousands of different things on eBay for not my online store, somebody else's eBay store, but I got a shipping scale I can look at. Kadeem, good to see you in the house. And Patrick Hollett from Newfoundland, good to see you in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. Songbits Laura, when we look at the videos, we're going to find pure variety. And it's good to see a shout out as well. Shout out with a song even. And then vlogging, chats, networking opportunities, and moments of joy and laughter, which is great. So basically pure variety is what we can expect. But Songbits Laura has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time, and they're here with us frequently in Superchat as well. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. There you go, all that fluff and stuff. Yes, I don't need an excuse. It's so funny because I say to people often, look, I don't say it in the way I'm going to say it now. I use a much more blunt term, but if I was to run into somebody that I hadn't seen for years, I'd be like, look how much weight I've gained. Isn't it great? It's something else. Well, I got to start taking that seriously. It's enough. I go too far with the jokes on that sometimes. I'm trying to do a little bit better here and there. But like I said, a lot of channels who are right here in the chat and creators have actually influenced me to make better decisions one at a time here and there. The idea is that hopefully over a handful of months, we'll see a bit of progress, which will be great. Weight Loss Secrets and More is here right now, and I can't for the life of me remember if this is the first time we've put them on the screen. I believe I met this channel outside. So forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but what I'm going to do is take actually your latest video, because this is a channel I've got to get to know. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's a special playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And then I'm just going to hit the shorts here and see how you're doing with these, but I see that already lots of these have gotten into the 6,000 and 7,000 views, one of them over 10,000 and one of them over 22,000 views, which is great to see as well. Live streams might be an idea for the future, but another channel that's going to help us with weight loss videos, which is great. So hopefully this channel will have some positive influence. I'm sure that it will. I'm just going to dig through their videos. A lot of delicious looking content, but here we go. 10 healthy snacks for weight loss. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to look into a few of these videos. You get so much conflicting advice when you start to do Google searches about what's healthy and what's not healthy, or what's better and what's not better. Literally to the point you can't have anything. Somebody showed me a video on YouTube once where a doctor apparently was talking about don't eat broccoli, it's bad for you. Or come on now. There's anything in moderation has got to be have some kind of a benefit when it comes to vegetation and things like that. Rural Adventure, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Vay's Place, good to see you here as well. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Weight Loss Secrets and More, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Homestead and Wood with D, thank you for yours as well. For that reason, we're putting these channels up right away. We'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. I've still got quite a list here. Homestead and the Wood with D has got quite a bit for me to catch up on. I'm just going to grab the latest. I'm going to grab your second latest video, just because it's got a couple of extra minutes on it. And when we're thinking about watch hours, every minute matters, right? So I'll put that in my catch-up list. And the bud files, I don't think I put the bud files on the wheel yet today, did I? The bud files actually just did a premiere right before Tuber Chat. And when we look at Homestead on the Wood with D, this is another homesteading channel that I'm still getting to know. So I'm going to look at their About page for a quick second here. It's a drama-free place for us to come and relax, chat, meet new friends, and maybe learn a little. And they do things their own way, so it might be a little bit different than what we usually see, but we can expect gardening, canning, crafting, cooking, baking, and they have a love for classic cars, which a lot of our homesteading friends happen to have. And we see that in a few different channels, as a matter of fact. When we get into their shorts, we see they're already climbing into over 2,000 views, one of them at 2,900, which is great to see. And then live streams seem to be frequent on the channel. They just did one yesterday with some guests on panel as well. Mr. Rogers 317, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in for the first time. I actually just met them today. I believe it was today, out in another premiere live stream. I'm not always able to be around on Mondays the way I have been today, and I've been able to catch, probably 10 or 20 different live streams and premieres today, which is great. And yes, you're absolutely trying to live off fresh air. All that fluff and stuff, I'll tell you the truth. You know, I've been thinking as well about going on a diet, and some of it literally has to do with the cost of food. I am not kidding, because some of the things we buy, especially when we think about like drinking, different things that are not water, the cost. when you break things down into monthly, let's just say, so somebody like me goes through a ridiculous amount of diet soda, and any diet soda is probably a ridiculous amount, but I promise you I drink more than the average person. And when you start to break that down and you're like, okay, let's just say even if it was 2 cases, like 12, 24, whatever, of pop or soda per week, even if it's diet, which, you know, we can argue can be worse than regular stuff, right? You start to figure that out. In American dollars, I'm sure it would work out to about $5 a case. It's got to be, right? In Canada, it's almost $7 a lot of the times now. You start to work that out. 2 cases a week for a month is over $40, right? American, which Canadian works out to over $50. There are a lot of better ways to spend $50 a month, or better, I say, invest $50 a month, than be drinking that when we know that water, first of all, can be filtered from a tap in most places, or bottled water. You know, instead of the $5 a case for 12, bottled water here in Canada can cost $2 a case if you shop, Canadian dollars, and that is for 24, right? So that's just an idea. And oh, Adventures with Outdoor Eagle, thank you for the super chat. I'm just trying to decipher what you're asking there. I'm not catching it right away. You can now join and gift on phone, just yours. I'm not sure what you mean, but thank you. Oh, Homestead in the Wood with D is down 48 pounds since January. That's wonderful. Lots of homegrown stuff. There you go. Yeah, scratch my way to rags or riches. Do some challenges. Some financially backed challenges. Yes, Gail Southern Living, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. It was Gail. I was going to ask Yellow Shirt Dad when I got to his channel, whose channel did I see you on? And I couldn't figure it out. It's in my head. I feel like I can still see it from, I think, yesterday. But Yellow Shirt Dad was on with Gail for a while, and they both had incredibly pleasant things to say about Tuber Chat. Of course, I actually walked in right after they were talking about it, for which I'm grateful. But it was great to hear the conversation between them as well. Ram's Family Farm. I'm not sure if I got you onto the wheel. I'll do that right now. We'll talk about all that fluff and stuff. They come to us from Australia. And they bring us a lot of water-based activities. They started with mud crabbing, reef fishing, snorkeling, other water-based activities, but have really expanded the content for a long while. All that fluff and stuff gave us a hint a long time ago about the idea of using shorts videos to promote long-form content. I actually took a page out of their book for myself, and that served me fairly well. But you can see that they really have popped off a few of these shorts into well over 6,000 and 8,000 views, one over 14,000 and one out over 16,000. Oh, we don't do link drops here, oodles and caboodles of crafts. You'll notice that right after a Super Chatter membership, if the robots are working, they drop a link automatically. But we don't do a lot of link drops here, and there's a couple of reasons why. One of them's obvious, but our gold members get their link dropped automatically every half hour by Nightbot. And then as well, when we search, find, and click on each other's names, it actually helps us rise up the search results in YouTube, because you can imagine if you get a couple of hundred creators or more over time searching your name in YouTube and then clicking on it, you'll be higher in the search results than everybody else with a similar name. That's the goal. It's harder for more popular names, shorter names, and things like that, but usually I find that everybody gets to number one for their name here in the Tuber Chat family by the time they get to 800 subscribers or higher. That's not universally true. It's just something that I notice. It counts for the 99%. And then a couple of more popular names really need the help. Therefore, we do even more of that. All that fluff and stuff has gotten into a lot of cooking videos as well. So not only are they taking us outdoors, they happen to be in the kitchen some of the time as well. And they've been doing a lot of produced content as well. Live streams are where a lot of cooking videos have come up. And hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been a little while. But All That Fluff and Stuff has been a dear friend for a very long time. And thank you again for the gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that. And then, Budgeting Just Because, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Gail Southern Living, I bet you got a million emails today. They're doing Fall Fest 23 giveaway, and Fall Fest last year comprised about 70 channels in a collaboration of giveaways, and it was a really cool thing. So I hope everybody will connect with Gail Southern Living and see what Fall Fest is if you haven't already seen that. She's been a dear friend for a long time, and somebody who, first of all, I know truly has my back in the YouTube streets, but cares very much to promote others. She's actually done 2 separate how to use Superchat videos on both of her channels. And there you go. Yeah, Big Dude is a name that's probably fairly popular, and sometimes we use handles here when we find names that are difficult to find. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Intrepids, good to see you in the house. Cruising Scene is also here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. We're going to go for 3 minutes and come back with Orange Cone Vlog. All right, we're back and looking at Orange Cone Vlog. Hope I haven't missed anybody. Excuse me in the chat. And pardon me. Thank you, Adventures with Outdoor Eagle. I appreciate that. I'm going to have a look. I'm rarely on YouTube on a phone, but I'm going to make a point. Actually, I'm going to make a note for myself to have a look at that. And Orange Cone Vlog is up here right now, so we'll see what this channel's got going on. They said they did a stream on Friday night. I didn't catch exactly what they said in the chat, but I think they said it went fairly well. Orange Cone Vlog is a channel that I'm just getting to know. So what I'm going to do is have a look at their videos right now, and I see that they've got an interesting video here talking about the dining options on a cruise ship. So I'm going to put this video in my catch-up list. That's a playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. And then I'm going to look at the shorts videos as well and see what they've got here. So they've got a few shorts already, and these have gotten well over 100 views, so that will likely continue to grow as they post more and more. And they've got a couple of live streams that have actually happened already, which is cool. And with that StreamYard system, they've got a lot of familiar faces on there as well. But I've seen them out supporting other creators also. They're getting close to 300 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone right now. Butler Family Farm is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. Thank you again, Orange Cone Vlog, for your super chat. And forgive me for any of our super chatters that I haven't specifically thanked more than once, because I try to do that, but we're obviously racing and having an overwhelming beginning to our streams. We've just been on an hour. We still got another 2 hours to go if everybody would like. Butler Family Farm is up here now with 116 acres of homesteading goodness for us. That is both in videos and shorts as well as live streams. And I mentioned earlier, when we look at the live streams on this channel, we're going to see Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. Now, the reason why I mentioned this is because I was lucky enough to catch some of the live streams that were going on while Butler Family Farms was filming at the Mid-America meetup, where I think it was 80 channels worth of YouTubers and supporters met up together. Scott was working the grill a lot of that time, but Butler Family Farm, it's wonderful to see creators really being involved. They also went to an Ozarks meetup as well. I didn't see that live, but it's great that they bring us this content. They're doing a lot of live streams as well. We've got some familiar faces there. Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, Belt Loop 29's over there as well. They got some new videos, so I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and they've got a really interesting lot going on their farm. So we see in the shorts videos that they're well over 3,000 views, one of them over 3,400, pardon me, 4,300. And then when we get into their About page, they give us an idea about their farm, but they talk about the herd of cattle that they have, along with goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, and some dogs and cats as pets. And then they bring us other activities on the channel, including bowling, woodworking, fiber crafts, blacksmithing, gaming, and gardening, along with some travel when that comes up for them as well. And I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. I think that's right. I think I'm right if I say that, budgeting, just because I think it was 80 channels, something like that. It was like out of control. They did 3 days of live streaming, and I was lucky to catch a lot of that. Day One Adventures, I'm going to get you onto the wheel. But they were walking around introducing people and everything else, which was cool. Oh, can someone who's not a member confirm it's not just you? I can look at it afterwards, Adventures with Outdoor Eagle. Or actually, their channel's going to come up at some point soon. When their channel comes up, maybe I'll try to have a look at that. And Kristen Welton, my love, is in the house as a member and moderator. I'm going to put her on the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel right away. It's going to be a long while before I end up spinning and adding names to the wheel from our chat list, but we will get to it. We get through as many channels as we can in every live stream, of course. So thank you again, Butler Family Farm and Janet Homestead, where you are, for your contributions today. I always appreciate, of course, even though they are unnecessary. And Janet Homestead, where you are. I thought I just caught for a live stream as well. I'm going to say this 100 times today. There they go. Yes, I just caught them this morning for a live stream. Over 1,100 subscribers, and they're talking about canning, dehydrating, fermenting, chickens, ducks, geese, cooking, meal planning, winemaking, do-it-yourself projects, as well as YouTube tips on their channel. The conversation can really go anywhere, especially when they're live streaming, but they're always attentive to the chat as well. I've got their latest video caught up from a few days ago. Shorts videos on the channel. They've posted quite a few of these. Lots of variety here, as we usually see. These have gotten into well over 2,000 and even 2,300 views. And then when we get into their live streams, like I said, they do these frequently. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. It's at least once a week that they're on. Janet Homestead, where you are, has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Woman Outdoors is taking me an extra second to get to their channel lately. I think somebody else is posting some popular videos that just happen to have Woman Outdoors either in the title or as a tag or something, because that's been happening a couple of times now. One of the things we can do, if you notice my search results, yours might be different than mine, but we can use our filters and let YouTube know that we're looking for a channel specifically instead of the regular results, and this is where we usually end up getting into our channels. Of course, Woman Outdoors comes up first for me. This is another reason, another example of why we need to search, find, and click on each other, so that YouTube will do a better job over time of suggesting the right channel when we're looking for each other. So Woman Outdoors has an upcoming premiere, and that's going to be tomorrow. I've got that set. It's about halfway through the day, not too long after Scratch and PPA's premiere, actually. I've got that on my list, and then I'm just going to look at their shorts videos. Now, Woman Outdoors brings us camping, reviews, cooking, fishing. When they talk about reviews, they're talking about product reviews, and they've recently expanded into that, actually. One of the things that we know about this particular channel is that Woman Outdoors comes from the Erie, Pennsylvania area, which is only a few hours away from me in the Northeast, actually. So they get to bring us all 4 seasons. And when we look through the shorts videos here, we see that one of these is showing us right after a snowstorm we both got pummeled with many months ago. But some of their shorts have now gotten into over 2,700 and 3,800 views. So they get to show us the wind, the rain, the sun, the heat, the cold, and everything in between in their camping and outdoor videos. And they take us to some really interesting places, especially for solo camping. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. She also does live streams. These are fairly frequent, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with those. Woman Outdoors has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. And next up is Annabelle TV. So thank you again, Woman Outdoors, Annabelle TV as well. Annabelle TV brings fun everywhere she goes, including here in the Superchat live streams and everywhere else that I see her supporting other creators in premieres and live streams. A little bit of comedy usually comes with that and included in her content. Most of what she does on the channel are product reviews and mukbang style challenges as well. So she's really mixed these up over the last long while. It was primarily mukbang style reviews, and she got into traditional product reviews not too long ago and has really stepped those up. There's some garden updates that come frequently as well. So I'm just going to take the latest product review video. I'm going to put that in my catch up list. That will give me a chance to catch up and hopefully not fall behind again. And then I'm going to look at the shorts on the channel. Annabelle TV is getting into hundreds of views, getting over 500 and even 700 here, halfway to 800. Those will likely continue as she posts more and more. Live streams I missed. Annabelle TV's birthday bash, so I hope everybody will wish them a happy belated birthday. I wish I didn't miss you for that, Annabelle TV. Forgive me for that. And Annabelle TV is another creator that's been with us many times. There's a Stock Explorer on their channel as well. They got some other familiar faces. There's Rich New Designs. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Annabelle TV is now working on 900 subscribers. Not too far now. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Adventures with Outdoor Eagle, you're making me laugh. Because sometimes we have to deal with that here as well. Having too many keys. Took the truck key home, has to head back to work. Hopefully it's not too far for you, but thank you for listening in the background while that's going on. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Phasiota, King Naruto, Luffy, Goku is in the house, and I'm going to get them onto the wheel. They're another longtime friend that brings video gameplay more than anything else and cartoons. Don Ray B is up right now. This is a creator that wants to motivate us. Before we even get into the channel, right away with the banner, they say each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true. The idea is they want to motivate, inspire, and instill that in us when we get to the channel, because it is the reason they started a YouTube channel. They dreamt of living a homesteading lifestyle, recently moved to 4 acres, and are now bringing that homesteading lifestyle journey to us. Tips, tricks, and stories to be told. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Don Ray B, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've gifted memberships an unreasonable number of times here in Tuber Chat, for which of course I'm grateful. I know the recipients are as well. But you'll get the story of the channel on their About page, of course. They've got some shorts, as with most channels. A lot of these break into a bit of variety. A lot of homesteading and outdoor type shorts here, but these have gotten into over 2,000 views now. I thought there was another. Is there one missing? Did you take one out? I feel like there's another video that's missing there. And then hopefully everybody will push Don Ray B towards the 600 subscribers that they're thinking about. I run into them constantly supporting other creators as well. I forget where they were this morning. I thought I ran into them this morning in another premiere live stream as well. Timmy Ray the King, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let me get to our next channel. Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter, is coming up right now, and we'll see what they've got going on. Thank you for the super chat again. Thank you, Don Ray B, as well, for your contribution again. And when we look at Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter, we see a channel with almost 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Shorts are front and center on this channel, so let's see what they've got going on here. Some of these have gotten into the thousands of views, almost 5,000, almost 6,000, 7,000, and one over 12,000. Which is really interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen something like this. Mangrove citrus chicken breast. But look at this. This looks like something they must have posted on TikTok and brought over here. But 12,000 views on that, which is great. I see a lot of healthy looking food videos seem to do really well as shorts. Live streams are something that they're doing frequently, but just seem to be fairly short. So hopefully I'll catch them for one of these soon. And then they've got quite a few videos in variety on their channel, including using this podcast system called Spreaker, which is interesting. But I'm going to take their latest video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It looks like a movie review, and that will help me catch up a little bit. And thank you again, Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. YouTubers did the same thing. This is actually a long-time friend. She's renamed her channel a couple of times, but has been with Tuber Chat pretty much from the beginning, actually. You remember it as Jay's Off-Brand TV, and I think she changed it once before as well. We've still got a little bit of a list here. Thrifty Angela's coming up next with Scratch My Way to Riches or Rags. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead will come up in Adventures with Outdoor Eagle, and shortly we'll get to Spinning the Wheel, and then eventually we will add some names to the wheel from our chat list as well, based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. I've got to clean up the wheel a little bit. I'll do that shortly, actually. When we look at Jay's Off-Brand TV, which has now been named to YouTubers, actually quite a while ago. I think she named it. It feels like a year ago. I forget how long. This creator's been a friend of a long time, and the conversation can go anywhere on their channel. I've caught them many times for live streams. I'm just going to put their latest shorter video in my catch-up list, and that will help me catch up just the smallest bit. I'm going to look at the shorts videos here. I don't think we've seen this on this channel, but these have gotten into well over 6,000 and even 8,000 views, which is great to see. Lots of variety here. They seem to be celebrity shout-outs and tributes to public figures, and then as well they've got lots and lots of live streams. So you see that they do these all the time. This is where I catch Utiverse more than anything else, but I'm also connected to them on the other social networks. You can see they're here on Facebook and Instagram as well. So thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Another friend of well over 3 years, Thrifty Angela, is coming up right now, and we'll see what she's got going on. Thrifty Angela gave us a tip a while back saying that they actually look up trends when they're posting their videos. So they really research before they post. We'll have a look at how their views are doing, but look at this channel go with almost 7,300 subscribers. You know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond, let's just say. So Thrifty Angela has long surpassed that now, well over 7,000 subscribers, which is great to see. Now they've got a few new videos. I'm going to take one from a couple weeks ago just because it's longer than the latest one, and that'll give me something to catch up with a little bit. And I just want to see what else they're doing. But you can see there's lots of variety here. And like I said, Thrifty Angela is always researching before posting videos. I just want to look at the popular tab here, and we see a couple of these have now gotten into well over 100,000 views, which is great. These are not shorts, these are videos, so you can see that this creator's really plugged into something here. But it's been a long while. Like I said, they've been a friend of Superchat of what I believe is 3 years now, and look at these, 100,000, 116,000, and one of them at almost 150,000 views, which is great to see. Shorts videos as well have gotten into 20,000, 30,000, and even 32,000 views. One of them over 300,000, which is great to see. So Thrifty Angela's just been taking a bit of a break, but they're hoping to get back into the swing of things shortly. They've posted a couple videos lately, usually once a week, which is great, and we'll be looking forward to more. But it's great to see Thrifty Angela in the house. I don't forget that lesson. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, but I remember when I started to notice their rapid growth, I asked them, and they volunteered the idea of letting us know that they do some research for their videos before posting, and that's a big key to success. Rock Chick Beauties here from the UK. Antonio Brim, good to have you in the house as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Thank you for the super chat, Thrifty Angela, and thank you to all of our super chatters and membership contributors today. I really do appreciate the overwhelming beginning to this live stream. Scratching my way to riches or rags, I just caught for a live stream a couple of hours ago, which was interesting. They're just recently new to Tuber Chat, coming in just now for the second or third time, I believe. I'm just going to hit their shorts for a second and see how these are doing, because we've taken this big interest in shorts over a long period of time, and these have gotten into well over 2,000, 2,500, and even 3,500 views. Live streams are frequent on the channel, so we see that they're doing these almost daily. A lot of lottery ticket scratching channels have come through the Tuber Chat family over the last 3 years or so, but I'm just going to take their latest video and put this into my catch-up list, and that will help me get a little more familiar with their particular brand of lottery ticket scratching. So thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Scratch my way to riches or rags. And next up is coming our Georgia Suburban Homestead, and they also gave us another contribution, for which I'm grateful. And let's see what they've got going on their channel, because this is one I'm still getting to know, but they're well over 800 subscribers as well, and they're pushing towards 900. Hopefully we'll push them a little bit farther today. I meant to look at their shorts right away because they're front and center. We see that some of these have gotten over 3,000 views, 3,700 even, and 4,100, which is great to see. Lots of variety here, mostly outdoor videos. And then live streams are something that seems to be fairly frequent, about once a week. There's Tiffany again. Tiffany's making herself quite a part of a lot of people's YouTube communities, actually. And the latest video is going to come up, or a live stream, pardon me, live stream's coming up in a few days, and I'm just going to take the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up and get to know the channel a little bit better. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels, and by watching content, hanging out in live streams and premieres and things like that over weeks and months, I get to know the content on the channels. And if you want to connect on the outside social networks, like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. The J. Jordan is in the house, and put them on the wheel right away because they happen to be a member. Rock Chick Beauty just dropped a super chat. Thank you for that extra generous support. She's done that countless times, and for that reason, we'll put her channel up right after Adventures with Outdoor Eagle, who is coming up next. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Superchat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we are back and looking at our Georgia suburban homestead, or pardon me, we looked at their channel. We were supposed to look at Adventures with Outdoor Eagle, so they are driving back and forth to work right now, we've got quite a list today of Superchatters and gifted member contributors, so thank you everybody for that. Adventures of Outdoor Eagle is up now for that reason. Rock Chick Beauty's up next, and we will get to spinning the wheel very soon. So, Adventures with Outdoor Eagle has 287 subscribers right now, and they got shorts at the forefront of their channel. So, we'll look at these first and see that there's quite a bit of variety here, both indoors and outdoors. A lot of garden type of updates here, but then sometimes they're taking us out for a shopping trip by the look of it, and we see that these have gotten into over 2,400 views on a couple of them, which is great. Those will likely continue to grow. They've got a brand new Brooklyn Botanical Gardens video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a special playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And that will give me another chance to watch another video from the channel. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels. Over weeks and months by hanging out in live streams, premieres, watching content, I get to know what the channels are about from a content basis, if that makes sense. Pardon me. And then when I connect with creators on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know them there as well. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. Paralife TV is Shane, your everyday wheelchair ninja, and it's me, Alec. Good to see you back in the house with a brand new channel. They've reset and restarted. So thank you again, Adventures with Outdoor Eagle. Next up is Rock Chick Beauty for the same reason. They both dropped super chats. And thank you again to everybody who contributed. I hope I did not forget to thank anybody more than once. Things like super chats and memberships are absolutely unnecessary here, but very much appreciated, of course. And today's been an overwhelming day, so I'm very grateful for that. We're still going to get through as many channels as we can in the next almost hour and a half or so, and then we're going to go and play trivia on my personal channel if everybody wants to join us over there as well. Scratch and Pete PA we haven't seen yet, but we will look at his channel when it comes up through the Wheel of Doom. But he's got some very exciting announcements on his channel that are coming up this very week. So he's put out another video, and if you follow him on the other social networks, you'll see what I'm talking about. We'll talk about that more and more. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz is celebrating a birthday 2 weeks now, I think July the 20th was his 24th birthday. So, thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. He's been a friend of over 3 years, actually. And I'll put his name on the wheel because he happens to be a member. We'll get to spinning the wheel in a moment. Rock Chick Beauty's up here right now from the UK, and this is Oriane. She has been another friend of about 3 years. She started her channel just about 2.5 years ago, and this creator now has over 1,100 subscribers and monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Rock Chick Beauty started with beauty and talks about all things alternative, but she's expanded her content into a lot of product reviews and sponsored videos now as well. She does get ready with me type videos, and you find her both on her own channel and lots of other people's channels in StreamYard panels. I've actually joined her with other people a few times. So there's Rock Chick Beauty in some shorts videos that have now got over 1,200 and 1,600 views, and then when we look at the live streams, you can see these are frequent for her. Hopefully I'll catch her for one of these again. It's been a couple of weeks, but we'll see if she's going to do some more shortly. And then you'll notice that presentation is on the forefront of her mind. Bright, bold headshots make this creator recognizable, and every thumbnail gets its own, every video gets its own thumbnail, but you see how much work is put into these where the creator is still recognizable and there's a consistent theme, even though the colors and layouts of every thumbnail are a little bit different. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Rock Chick Beauty. She also dresses up her banner and avatar and changes those up frequently, usually with special occasions and things like that. But thank you again for another super chat. She's done that countless times. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Rem's Family Farm is coming up. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody is always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Rem's Family Farm is up on the screen right now, and this is another friend who's been here with us actually countless times. They are a longtime friend now, coming to us from the homesteading community of channels, working on 2,700 subscribers. I'm just going to hit their About page for a second. We see that they are monetized with Super Chats and memberships available. They're from New Brunswick, not too far from Canadian Family Life in Tiffany, actually. Follow us as we learn to be more self-sufficient on our 2-acre property, hunting, fishing, farming, and gardening, and growing. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. Rem's Family Farm is going to bring us indoors and outdoors. We see their memberships are well underway with a lot of members-only content. And a new garden tour video from a few days ago. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to get caught up with them. Paul's Green Space is in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. They happen to be a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a long while, probably another hour from now, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. Lots of live streams on the channel. I actually caught them. It's been a while, but I guess it's, about a month already. But hopefully I'll catch them. And what they usually do is just keep up with the chat. The conversation can go just about anywhere. I see that they're also doing these with StreamYard guests. I haven't caught them for a StreamYard panel yet, but hopefully I will soon. I think I've seen them on other panels, but I could be mistaken. Almost 2,700 subscribers again, so hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And they've got some shorts videos that have really moved into over 5,000, 8,000, and even over 10,000 views on a couple of them, which is great to see. So that will likely continue. It's probably contributing to their growth as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen. And Rock Chick Beauty is reaching out to swap playlists. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Unstable TV is our favorite Irish couple, and that is Danielle and James, and they bring us a lot of variety, usually in reaction videos on their channel. They really plugged into a great formula for themselves a while back. They've been friends of almost 3 years now, actually. It's got to be 2.5 years or longer. JNS Adventures, good to see you here, by the way. Now, Unstable TV is also monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We can see just 5 days ago they put out a video that got 4,700 views. This channel is on a real rapid growth pace right now. You see that they're now well over 23,000 subscribers. Together We Travel, good to see you here as well. Thanks for coming in. I'm just going to grab their latest Irish People Try Irish Whiskey. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list there, and that'll give me a chance to catch up. I'm going to look at their videos in the popular section, and you see that some of these have now crossed into 100,000 and even 200,000 views. One of them at 224,000, which is great to see. Live streams are occasional on the channel, but I was lucky enough to catch them once. Hopefully I'll catch them for another one soon. That looks like a more like get to know me type of one. I hope I could catch them for one of these. These creators are a lot of fun. They do a lot of posting on the other social networks as well, particularly Instagram and I believe TikTok as well. But they have a wonderful chemistry and back and forth between these creators. They're always singing and dancing and having fun. But they're also generous in being willing to share knowledge with others that can help us understand how their channel has grown. Now, they got a second channel as well, so I'm going to show you Unstable TV Shorts. And when we look for YouTube's done something to the search results lately, I think. Oh, I'm not even going to say that. I accidentally misspelled that. It would have come out a little bit different. Did they not continue their shorts channel, or am I mistaken? Yeah, maybe there's something up with their shorts channel. Okay, that's it. Maybe maybe they've discontinued, or am I? Oh, here it is. Why wouldn't that come up in the search results? That's kind of perplexing. 545 subscribers over here, and I'm just going to grab the handle. It's literally just Unstable TV Shorts, as you might expect, in case you need to find this. They're at 545 right now, and they're just posting shorts videos here. They took a little while to experiment and find their flow on this channel, but you can see now that they are well up over 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, and even 13,000 views. So you can see they're working really, really hard. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I know you'll enjoy the support that comes back from them. Lonnie Songs and Other Things, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put Lonnie Songs and Other Things up on the screen right away. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. Lisa J. Stocks is here, and they're going to get onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member who's going to help us with our finances. Pardon me. I don't know if I think I might have missed a couple channels coming in. Unidentified S4 was here. I'm not sure if they're still here. That's Anthony. I may not have said hello. I forget if they came in during a break. And then thank you, Timmy Ray the King, for reminding everybody about those thumbs up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Superchat. Connect and grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Lonnie Songs and Other Things is up right now. This is a creator who does a lot of singing. As a matter of fact, I've caught them countless times in live streams on their channel. Conversation otherwise can go just about anywhere once the stream starts. They stream frequently, as you can see, at least a couple of times a week, and they're well over 2,100 subscribers now. They got quite a few shorts videos, and some of these have really started to pop into 1,500, 1,600, and even 4,000 views now, which is great to see. And then in videos, they post these occasionally, but hopefully we'll see some more from Lonnie Songs and Other Things. So thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support, and they've done that countless times actually. And then thank you, Timmy Ray the King. Anybody can add me as a mod if you'd like to when I show up at your channel. I try to support everybody as much as I can. But when I come by, you can add me as a mod, and I will help while I'm there. And I appreciate that, of course. And Just Jason Keto's up right now, another fellow Canadian with 931 subscribers. This creator has to be excited about getting very close to 1,000. And I mention him in every live stream, first of all, because he's here in every live stream, for which I'm grateful, but as well because he is somebody who I'm finding has had impact on me personally in bringing his keto-based content to YouTube and wanting to motivate and inspire people to live healthier and eat healthier. He changed his banner a couple of months ago now, but it says, "Nothing tastes as good as healthy feels." I think we all know that to be true. Now, Just Jason Keto does a few different things on his channel. First of all, he brings us recipes, tips and tricks, and even hacks so that we can get more value out of some of the things we might buy or make when we're thinking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He also does a lot of product reviews. It's interesting. I just saw this Zevia Cherry Cola. I think I ran this video but didn't actually see it. But I actually ran into those cans in the pharmacy here, I think just yesterday. So I got to see what you have to say about that. These bubblies, I don't really like those. I need something with a little bit more flavor. They tend to be very, very, very light. They taste like, in my opinion, just carbonated water with a tiny splash of something, whereas some of the other stuff seems to be a little bit more flavorful, if you want to put it that way. But I'm always looking for something new that'll be a better decision than some of the stuff I drink often. You can see, like I said, a lot of recipes and tips and tricks here. But one of the things Just Jason Keto does is has guests come on the channel and bring their life experience along with their tips and tricks as well. One of the things that I've noticed on the channel, I've been there for both premieres and live streams now, and Just Jason Keto is always keeping up with the chat in both scenarios. He also has a vibrant community of people who also want to help. So they share their tips and tricks and advice in the chat, and I can't help but find myself compelled to participate while I'm there. Hopefully I'll catch him for another live stream. He does these on Thursday evenings more often than anything else, and the conversation can go just about anywhere, but particularly tips and tricks and advice when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Shorts videos on the channel, a lot of healthy looking shorts here have gotten into the thousands of views, which is really no surprise. And then we see that some of these have even gotten into 5,000 and 6,000 views, but one breakout shorts video, which I have seen, has gotten over 22,000 views, and that's great. So hopefully we'll see more from Just Jason Keto. He actually let us know the other day he's aggressively posting shorts, which is great. So we'll likely see more and more success on the channel through shorts for that reason. That's basically what it tastes like, Just Jason Keto. Yes, absolutely. Those bubblies. I've tried a lot of different things. I wish I would get right off the soda. I'm trying to switch. One of the things I've been drinking more of lately, I have one in front of me here, is these, you can't see very well because of the green screen effect, but these are from Nestle, which is a Canadian company, I think, right? But they're water that is also flavored a little bit, so it's almost got as much flavor as a light soda, but I'm sure it's sweetened with sucralose or whatever the awful stuff is. Still better than possibly soda, if not for anything else than the carbonation, but this is my step towards water. Unfortunately, I find myself drawn towards really rich flavors at all times, and Just Jason Keto and our other keto-based channels and friends that are helping us with healthy eating and healthy living are having impact on myself. I think I got way ahead of myself the other day with how much weight I thought I had lost, but I think I said as much as 17 pounds, and it's possible from the peak because I really gained a bit of weight over the winter. So all in all, that might have been true, but we'll scale it back and say it's just over 10 pounds then. Somewhere between 10 and on the shyer end of 15 maybe in total. But hopefully that continues because I'm making better decisions here and there. Yes, Don Ray B, what will happen if I don't eat healthier? Yeah, for me, I know what's going to happen if I don't eat healthier. Actually, I'm struggling today. I can't remember whether I took my vitamins or not. I just take a multivitamin every day, but I'm on a few supplements as well for the liver. Anybody who sees my shape, if you ever see me stream or something like that where I'm standing up, you can pretty much tell I've got a moderate fatty liver that I'm dealing with right now, and I've been informed that it's fine. I've got lots and lots of time to correct what's been wrong, but I'm on some supplements, and I can't remember if I took them today because I take them every day, but I won't take the stuff twice, so I have to wait until tomorrow now. And Nez Lover is up on the screen right now. Most of their videos are quite short. Now, I'm still going to take their second latest video anyway. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel on their About page. Hopefully they'll fill the About page out, and forgive me, because then we'll get more of an idea of what to expect on the channel. True Story Live. These look like promos for live streams, and then live streams are frequent, so it looks like a couple of times a week is what's happening here, and hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. Relaxing Art Therapy was one of these, and they're doing some more of this, and we're lucky we've got a few creators in the Superchat family that are artists in a classic sense, either drawing or painting or otherwise. Fiber crafts are something that has been going on a lot as well. A lot of creative people in the chat, so I'm very happy to see some of this because I'm not a creative person. I'm a technically I can do just about anything with a computer, but when it comes to the idea of coming up with, let's say, art or images of any kind, then I tend to need to take inspiration from others. As a matter of fact, true story, I was told in Canada we have a couple of things before first grade called junior kindergarten and senior kindergarten. You start those when you're 3 or 4 years old, and they wanted to hold me back in senior kindergarten because I refused to paint. As a matter of fact, I just didn't like it. But that's a true story, and interesting. Smallholder Homestead, I accidentally put you on the screen right away, so there's a little bonus for you. I meant to put that channel on the wheel. Keeping Up with the Griffins, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And then True Story Live is a podcast that they co-host on the channel True Story Live. I see another channel. Thank you, Nez Lover. Forgive me. So now, luckily, I know. Hopefully, I remember that, and then I can mention it. So they are an artist, drawing and painting. What I meant to say is I am not artistic. I am creative, but in a technical way, not artistic at all. Do I still refuse to do paint? Pretty much. Yes, as a matter of fact, the last time that painting came up as an idea, we had to paint a wall for a filming area, and you'll notice it on my personal channel in my unboxing and product review videos now, but I did not paint that wall. I stood there while somebody else painted the wall. Smallholder Homestead is up on the screen right now, another friend from the homesteading community of channels, and we've talked about this a few times, but a lot of the creators behind these channels seem to have a similar instinctive nature in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others, which shows generosity, of course. Their videos bring all kinds of variety, both indoors and outdoors, when it comes to homesteading activity. But one of the things I found compelling about this particular channel is the family togetherness, the encouragement between the older and younger members of the family. For instance, it's a large family with 8 children on a 1/4 acre, but they bring us these homesteading activities along with some family adventure. And we see some shorts videos here that have really moved into 52 and 5,300 views, one of them over 9,800. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They'll continue to grow. I say it about most channels, but shorts videos, like everything else, seem to really do well when there's momentum. The more we post, the farther they move. And that seems to be a universal truth between people here in the Tuber Chat family. And then, thank you, Get to the Farm is still lurking. I'm sure I Want to Be, I Want to Know is probably lurking right there with you. And Charlie Grace, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. There you go. Shane, Paralife TV, watched while others were painting. And then thank you, Timmy Ray the King, for the share. Thank you for everybody who shares the stream out. Coastal Waters up here right now, and this is an interesting story because I tell the same stories often with channels, but it's because it's so heavy-hitting, at least for me, and I think it will be for a lot of people to hear, whether you've heard it before as a reminder or whether it's your first time hearing this type of thing. I speak the same about I Want to Know and Get to the Farm. But Coastal Water and Backlash Fishermen is a husband and wife combo. They have independent channels, but they support each other wholeheartedly. And the reason why I think this is such a big deal is because the #1 complaint that I've had on YouTube over the last 6 years is, why is it so difficult to get other people, our in real life friends and family, to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online who are willing to do it? And I think that makes it that much more special when we have people who are in real life friends and family members supporting each other the way that Backlash Fishermen and Coastal Water do. So when we look at Coastal Water's channel, we see some indoor content, some outdoor content, a lot of cooking videos on this channel. She's getting into a lot of product reviews as well, sometimes indoors, sometimes outdoors. They take us on family adventures as well. And then shorts videos on the channel have gotten into 2,500 and even 3,400 views, but you'll see a lot of delicious looking content here in the shorts. Again, sometimes indoors, sometimes outdoors. Live streams are frequent on the channel. Now, Cooking with Coastal is one series that she's got. Here's one of them here. Here's another one. If we watch enough of her videos and roll over them, we'll find Backlash Fisherman on them as well. But car confessions are what's most common on this channel. This is where Coastal Water takes us about their day on little mini adventures, and we get a chance to get to know them and have conversation. There's Backlash Fisherman right there. And we see similar content on his channel. When we go to Backlash Fisherman, it's fishing first. This creator is a first responder, and they've got some shorts on their channel as well. And we see that these have gotten into 3,000 and even 3,800 views. He's got some live streams that are very similar to what we saw from Coastal Water. We often see them together. Oh, here he is going to get Coastal Water. So this is a ride-along live stream, and he does those frequently. I've caught him many times. But then as well, he's got a series called Hobby Hangout, and this is where he brings up other StreamYard panelists, some familiar faces like She Stole My Thunder and I Bring It Every Day have been on the panel with him. And it's interesting to see that variety in content from Backlash Fisherman. But this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They happen to be monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get into the videos, it's primarily fishing, but he's going to take us both on the water and to the side for lakes and rivers and things like that to show us different types of fishing. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to both of these incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. That's Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman. Unidentified S4 is going to come up in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and we're looking at unidentified S4. Now, I use the word dynamic to describe just about everybody here when we talk about hosts on channels, especially in videos, live streams, things like that. But if you want to see what I would say is my personal definition of a dynamic host, unidentified S4, and Anthony, the creator behind this channel, is a perfect example. And the reason why I say that, he's a fantastic host that's able to acknowledge everybody coming into the chat and still be able to keep up and on par with the conversation without getting swayed, which is great to see. Now, this creator does live stream shorts and videos, and they're going to talk to us about the unexplained. They're going to talk to us about everything from UFOs to the paranormal, cryptids, anything else that goes bump in the night is the way that they put it. So anything that typically would be unknown, a lot of polarizing content here, a lot of newsworthy content. The conversation is always vibrant, and they happen to be monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So I've just taken their latest video and I put this in my catch-up list here, and they also post some shorts. Some of these have really done well. Here's a hint for everybody. 3 different lightning strike videos that have gotten 13,000, 25,000, and 27,000 views. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Unidentified S4. They put a lot of video production into their live streams as well. And they got StreamYard panels. Like I said, it's always vibrant conversation. There's Anthony in the top left there. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I know you'll appreciate the support that comes back from them. Unidentified S4 is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen. Mike and Rihanna's Family Vlogs was recently renamed to Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. I caught them for a live stream again the other day. Finally, I was able to hang out and pay attention and listen. And the reason why I say that is I'm sure everybody here understands, you know, everybody can only do as much as they can. While we're out trying to support everybody as much as possible, sometimes that means running videos as opposed to watching them. You can imagine I run much more videos than I watch. A lot of times I hop into premieres or live streams. I'm kind of lurking like a lot of creators do, but I try to participate as much as possible as well. So I was lucky to catch this from Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Now they got another live stream coming up in a few days. They tend to do these every week. I think it's Sunday, right? Sunday Fun. And let me hit their videos for a second. I'm just going to grab the latest one they've got from a summer fair. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. They might be indoors. They might be outdoors. They bring us on adventures. They do product reviews. And they are very much interested in swapping playlists. So if anybody here would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Let's look at their shorts, and we see that a lot of these have gotten into 2,300 views and beyond. One of them over 115,000, one of over 312. Was it 312,000 views? Yeah, wow. And then Rihanna's Weekly Extras is a complimentary channel where Rihanna's bringing us some more content. Could be indoors, could be outdoors. I've even caught them for a live stream here, and they've done a few of those now. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to the second channel from them. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give a thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Phase Yoda King, Naruto, Luffy, Goku is up on the screen right now, and I'm hoping everybody will connect with them. This creator brings us a bit of video gameplay and a lot of cartoons on their channel, as a matter of fact. And pardon me just for a second while I'm doing something on my setting timers for myself. I have to start racing through channels now so that we can get to everybody. I want to get through as many channels as we can in the next 50 minutes or so. By the way, right after Tuber Chat today, we're going to go over and on my personal channel for the last many Mondays, we've been doing trivia live streams. You're able to participate in the chat, so we'll continue that today. Feijota King Naruto Luffy Goku has some shorts videos. These have started to get into the thousands of views, of course, and then when we get into the live streams, we see some various gameplay on the channel, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. I'm just going to hit their videos for a second again. Most of their videos are quite short, but I'm just going to take another one, put it in my catch-up list again, and we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen, and we'll see what is happening with VS Speaks Royally. This channel brings us a small amount of variety and a bit of a niche in the bulk. I wonder how to stop that from happening. I don't know if I can. Maybe that was a bad idea. Pardon me. Let's get VS Speaks Royally. What I meant to say was VS Speaks Royally brings a little bit of variety, but they actually have a niche for their channel. Their main content revolves around the royal family. That's what we find for 99%, including the live streams. One of the things you'll notice I put a lot of focus on here in Superchat is engaged conversation. You'll find a great example of that in the live streams here. She's got a vibrant audience that are very much engaged in conversation during the live streams. And the subject, of course, is the royal family. They always have a lot going on. Now, this creator breaks into a little bit of variety, especially when we get into the shorts and the videos. But here you can see some of these have gotten into 3,700, 4,800, and even 7,100 views. VS Speaks Royally has been a friend of about 3 years now. They're working on 4,800 subscribers, and you can see that they post videos frequently as well. There's a bit of variety in there, but a lot of royal family coverage as well. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. It seems to be a telling marker. Obviously working on 48, they've long surpassed that milestone. AceFlaw1 is coming up next. This is Andy, a creator that brings us travel videos. They've let us know, much like another very much loved creator here in the chat, they might be taking a trip to Italy, and during that time they hopefully will catch some footage for us. AceFlaw1 posts videos occasionally, but they've been a friend of Superchat for well over 3.5 years now, since before the beginning. They're one of the first creators I met in the small YouTuber community that inspired the idea behind this very channel, as a matter of fact. One of their shorts has gotten over 1,300 views, which is great. So as we see more shorts come from Andy at AceFlaw1, we'll likely see more of that success as well. He's working on 4,300 subscribers right now. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get to day 1 adventures, and we'll see what this creator's got going on for today. And if anybody if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Day 1 Adventures is bringing us events, travel, movies, food, and much more, as a matter of fact, and almost 800 subscribers. So they're working on that milestone right now. You can see that they're putting a lot of work into the thumbnails on the channel, which is great to see, and they're bringing us both indoors and outdoors, but obviously another dynamic creator. They're making me laugh with some of the shots on the thumbnails there. Love the action. When we get into the shorts, we see a lot of variety here as well, both indoors and outdoors, but some of these have gotten into well over 2,000 and even 3,000 views now, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're posting frequently. They say new video every week, but it's actually much more than that. As we can see, they're posting every few days, and live streams might be an idea for the future of this channel. So we'll spin the wheel. We get another channel up onto the screen. We're moving a little bit faster now through channels. I want to make sure we get to everybody on the wheel and a couple more before we go in 45 minutes. I Want to Know is coming up, and you heard me talk about them a little bit earlier in a similar story to Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman, because 2 channels here, I Want to Know and Get to the Farm, is another husband and wife combo. and I'm always happy to see in real life friends and family members of any type, whether they're married couples or otherwise, supporting each other so wholeheartedly, and they're never too far behind each other. I Want to Know is another channel that wants to talk to us about the unexplained. We literally can join them on a journey through time and space as they uncover the secrets of advanced civilizations, lost artifacts, and ancient legends. They are literally talking about anything unexplained, and the idea behind it is if we want to know, they want to know as well. That's why the channel is called I Want to Know. 372 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 400 that they're thinking about, and we'll get to the shorts videos, and we'll see that these have started to get into 600 and even 700, almost 800 views. So hopefully we'll see some more from that. And then what I mean is we'll see that continue to grow. Get to the Farm is coming up right now as well, and this is the wife of I Want to Know. This is a creator that comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, and you see that they're posting frequently. So they got a couple videos that just came out yesterday. I've got the latest one in my catch-up list. 955 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that 1,000. It's an important milestone in all of our YouTube journeys, of course. Jan Hines, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming on in. And then when we look at the live streams on the channel, this is something they did quite a long time ago, but they've talked about the idea of possibly bringing back live streams, and if so, being very much willing to allow everybody to meet more friends and family members the same way we do here in Superchat. All of our moderators allow that kind of thing as well. Shorts videos here have popped into well over 1,000 views, one at almost 2,000, and one well over 4,000, which is great to see. So that will continue to grow, I'm sure, as they post more and more. And I think a couple of these have moved even since the last time I had the channel on the screen, which is great. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mr. Fulton Mraz is coming up right now. This creator has changed up their name a couple of times. They've got a couple of different accounts, but this is their main channel. Mr. Fulton Mraz was celebrating a birthday last month and continues the celebration today. But this creator has actually interviewed a lot of other YouTubers, including myself. I've been honored to have been interviewed by Mr. Fulton Mraz. He's been a friend of over 3.5 years. I've got his latest video in my catch-up list. This is one of the first creators I met in the small YouTuber community, and it's interesting that after all of this time, they're still coming back. It's episode 598 today, and they've been with us since the very first episode. There's the monster can. That was lunch, not breakfast. Don't let me admit that I had 2 today, like I do every day, because I try not to talk about that. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up here. I try to hide it by holding up my flavored water, which you can see is unopened. But I have been drinking coffee every day now. And I'm hoping that eventually the coffee will replace the Monster drinks. Those are, when I have to think about it financially, it really kind of gets upsetting how much those things cost. And I shop. I buy them by the case, so I get them at the cheapest price that I can, but it's still usually over $2 Canadian per can, and that really starts to add up. Last 2 cases I bought together were $50. You can imagine how that $50 could be much better spent. And then Kristen Welton always is wishing for me to make better decisions, but she's supportive no matter what I do, so I'm appreciative of that, of course. Now, Paul's Green Space is up here with almost 1,300 subscribers. They're working on that milestone now. When we look at Paul's Green Space, this is a channel we featured a few months ago. First of all, the shorts here have gotten into well over 2,000 views, almost 3,000, and one over 5,500. But when we get into the videos, we see that this creator is growing 30 plus different types of edible plants, herbs, fruits, vegetables, and others. And they give us tips and tricks. What I found most compelling on this channel is the depth and detail that goes into the ideas and the tips and tricks here. So for instance, I have a lot to learn. I'm trying to learn from our homesteading and gardening and ranching and farming friends. But when you grow different things together, then it's possible for one plant to kind of take over the garden and interfere with another plant. They talk about that. They talk about what to do if you just can't get something to grow. You know, sometimes everything you try is going to cause... sometimes you try everything that you can and still can't get something to grow the way that you want to. They talk about what to do in that case. And then as well, how to replace different types of things. They get into everything from tiny little herbs and flowers into trees, fruits, bushes, vines, everything. So lots to learn on Paul's Green Space, and they've been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. So let's spin the wheel. Yeah, Yellow Shirt Dad, I would do everything I can to avoid that stuff. I got into them a few years ago. I was actually working in the film industry just for a couple of years as what they call location support. So it's somewhat glorified security a lot of the time overnight. But I was also a production assistant many times. And the hours are very long. The film industry almost exclusively works on 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week. So what you find is people who are working in the industry will work on a season of a television show or a movie production for many months at a time, working, and then they take a couple months off, right? And then they go back to, because they've made enough money to get through the next few months and things like that. And because the hours are long and the nights are quiet and lonely, let's just say, then the energy drinks are something I got into as a habit to try to stay awake. And what a horrible thing. There was 1 month many years ago. We're getting on many years, like about 8 years ago that I was doing that stuff. But when I was working in that industry, there was 1 month I worked 30 days in a row, the whole month of November, with no day off. And it was at least 12 hours a day. So you think about that. By the time you wake up in the morning, you're getting ready to go to work. By the time you're done for the day, you go home, it's time to go to bed. And that's it. But they do feed you, which is great. So you either get money for meals or you get meals themselves. And most of us know what craft service is when we talk about movie and television, because it's been brought up so many times. But they have all kinds of different snacks, both healthy and otherwise, the whole time that you're there. But that was an interesting experience. So My Flock is Everywhere is up on the screen right now. It's been a little while, so I see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab your latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. I see they've got some shorts here as well. So we'll look at these. We see that these have gotten into 1,900, 2,000, and even 2,400 views. What I find for My Flock is Everywhere is they're supporting a lot of creators, and I found them in the community more often that's talking about the unknown. So when we think about I Want to Know, when we think about Unidentified S4, when we talk about Mindforked and other creators, these are where I find My Flock is Everywhere most often. But they're doing some streams of their own as well. I'm hoping I can catch them for one of these again soon. It's been like a month already. So 621 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 that they're thinking about. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen. So one of the things that was a great benefit when I was doing the film stuff, just for the sake of telling the story, is the fact that I was able to work on a computer at the same time. So basically double dipping. Everybody was okay with it. This is how I managed to become a app developer and put a few apps on the App Store, which are still there today, but they're awful. I'm going to take them down soon. I've got some new stuff that I intend on working on over the next long while. But imagine being able to do two things at once. And now that we've got things like Fiverr and other types of online services like Upwork and these other sites, you could very easily get paid to do work while you're getting paid hourly to be in a place as well. So that's an idea. I think about that sometimes, actually. Yellow Shirt Dad is up on the screen. This creator actually just caught in a live stream a couple of days ago. They joined Gail's Southern Living, who's another longtime dear friend who was in the chat earlier as well. And Yellow Shirt Dad was having a great conversation. I'm always happy to see creators collaborating, but right away when Yellow Shirt Dad came into the Tuber Chat family many months ago, I saw them right away collaborating with others. Lots of people have fun with this channel because he brings us the joke of the day. So I'm going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. If you dig through his videos, though, to a lot of the earlier stuff, his older videos, you're going to find a lot of adventure. He takes us out for stories to be told, looks around. He's got more videos than I thought, actually, but when you look through some of these, this is where you find the longer videos, right? Getting into 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even 15 minutes there, which is great. Live streams are coming up. He's been experimenting with these, but he's let us know he plans to start streaming in August. We're almost there. And then shorts videos on the channel have gotten into 4,500, 5,200, and even 7,500 views and beyond. So hopefully everybody will connect with Yellow Shirt Dad. He's always having fun. He's always smiling, always laughing, always having a good time everywhere that I see him. I was really happy to catch that conversation with him and Gail Southern Living the other day. Next up, Lisa J. Stocks, and what we'll do is we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back. Actually, let's look at their channel right now. I'm a little bit ahead. I'm looking at the clock. We'll go through another couple of channels before we take a break again. By the way, again, in half an hour after Tuber Chat, we're going to go over to my personal channel if you'd like to join us and play trivia for a couple of hours as well. It's odd that I would stream for so many hours at a time, but it's also an opportunity to mix things up, a little bit, and get a stream in today right now for Tuber Chat when we're usually not able to stream at this time. So Lisa J. Stocks is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator that's going to help us with our finances. So I'm very grateful to have a few channels like this. Lisa J. Stocks, Budgeting Just Because, and It's the Bankroll. I think we're all here today. And along with the Stock Explorer, I keep forgetting to mention the Stock Explorer when I talk about the financial channels, because the Stock Explorer is doing so much variety on their channel lately. But these creators want to help us with our finances, with the understanding of the technical aspects of investing, whether it's stocks, crypto, and other types of things. But a lot of these creators are helping us with ideas for budgeting, planning, talking about how to invest. Lisa J. Stocks, I sat and watched one of their videos the other day. This dividend paying stocks was something I wanted to see. They are very forthcoming about their own portfolio, their own holdings, the idea behind why they look for dividend paying stocks, which I think is a great strategy in my own opinion. But that's because I'm a fan of a couple of books that are out there. Like many times I've gone through just the Wealthy Barber from the Canadian guy. He was on Dragon's Den or those shows. The other one is The Richest Man in Babylon. And then, of course, I'm a huge fan of the Robert Kiyosaki series, the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I've gone through all his stuff. I listen to a lot of audiobooks and podcasts and things like this, but I've always had an interest in finance, so much that I thought I was going to be an accountant. And then when I heard the nonsense they were talking about in 11th grade in my first accounting class, I said, this is not what I thought it was. I want to run a company, not do the accounting for a company. But Lisa J. Stocks helps us understand the aspects of investing, and again, the idea of budgeting, the idea of planning, the idea of long-term dollar cost averaging when we're talking about investing. And I believe it's best for everybody to have as much financial information as possible, regardless of where you plan to invest or not invest, so that you can make better educated decisions. Sometimes you learn more about the things you don't want to do, and it helps you make better decisions working towards what you want to do, if that makes sense. So some of the shorts here have gotten into the hundreds of views, one over 700, but one of them over 1,600 views, and hopefully that continues. I'm sure it will. And then live streams are something they're experimenting with, but hopefully we'll see some more. I've got the latest video in my catch-up list. Lisa J. Stocks, did you hear about the thing? I just heard on the news today that much like the GameStop scenario that went on last year or whenever it was, Tupperware apparently is up 400% this month. Unbelievable. And on no news. No news at all. So I don't know if that's Reddit again or something else that's going on. Reddit was the cause, community in Reddit for the GameStop scenario. There's actually a documentary, I think it is, on Netflix that I want to see. I haven't yet watched it to talk about that. The Bud Files is up right now. These are modern day archaeologists. They actually just put out a brand new video right before Superchat today. I caught this right before we started. 1,300 subscribers is their next milestone. They're getting really close. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And then when we look at the Bud Files, we're actually going to see a bit of variety in their content. They really expanded since they started the channel, but the idea is that they want to be modern day archaeologists, uncovering history and digitally preserving it in video for us. We get that from their About page when we're over there. When we look at their videos, we see there's a little bit of variety mixed in, but it's usually stories to be told, a lot of history here. And then shorts videos bring all kinds of variety, but we see that some of these have really started to move as well, getting into over 5,000 views, one of them over 15,000, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent on the channel as well, but here they could be bringing us anything. They could be out on an adventure, bringing us some more history and lessons to be learned, taking us to graveyards, cemeteries, and other abandoned places, or they could be singing and dancing, or giving us a chance to get to know them at home, including playing games and other things as well. Thank you, everybody, by the way. I really do appreciate everybody, moment everybody can spend, even if you're just here for a moment or to say hello or drop a thumbs up or running the stream in the background like Panama City's driving right now. So I really do appreciate that. Katie's Kitchen is coming up. Now we'll go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with that channel. All right, I think we're back and we're looking at Katie's Kitchen, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm really going to race through channels for the next 20 minutes, and then we'll go over and play some trivia if everybody would like. I'll drop the link to that when we get closer to the end of the stream. Katie's Kitchen has 78 subscribers now, so working on that first 100. And we know that that road is a little more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting the first 100 and far beyond all the time. We're going to look at shorts on Katie's Kitchen, and we see a bit of delicious looking content here. Some of this has gotten into 1,400 and 1,500 views, one of them over 6,600, and one shorts over 8,200 views, which is great to see. And then that's okay. Yeah, it's me, Alec. I put it on unlisted to slow it down when it's too busy. If it's going to be a situation where we have to go over 3 hours, I try to slow it down a little bit because my voice can't take more than 3 hours, even though we're going to go on and do another stream right after this. But I don't have to talk as much there. Katie's Kitchen is also bringing us a bit of video gameplay, so hopefully I'll catch them for one of these live streams soon. And they are bringing us canning and cooking videos. They've been cooking since they were a kid. They've been canning for about 10 years. And we'll spin the wheel, and we'll see what's coming up next. Kristen Welton's channel will be here. And thank you, it's me, Alec. Kristen Welton is here as a member and a moderator. This is my love, of course. She has her own channel doing her own thing, but she puts presentation at the forefront of her mind. You'll find that very quickly when we get to her channel and you see these bright, bold headshots on all of her thumbnails, which have a consistent color scheme. You can see she puts a lot of work into these. They're matched by her bright, beautiful avatar and her banner, of course. And then she happens to be monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She started with beauty. She continues that today. Sometimes there's get ready with me or get unready with me videos. There's lots of product reviews that are both revolving around beauty and traditional unboxings and other product reviews, and lots of sponsored videos as well. She's working on 1,800 subscribers right now and currently experimenting with thumbnails. She let me know she's doing a bit of experimenting with new types of thumbnails. She's had some success with shorts, hitting into 15,000, 19,000, and even 21,000 views, which is great to see. This is the most recent one to really start to move. That was from Canada's Wonderland theme park ride, which is really cool. Some of you recognize Spiky Bruiser and Trouble Von Cuddlepuss. They've both guest starred on Tuber Chat here in cameo appearances. And then live streams are occasional on the channel, and she might bring us indoors or outdoors for live streams occasionally. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. And thank you again, my love, for being here. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment. We'll see what's happening with Yarn again. And this is another channel that's here with us frequently. We've got a vibrant fibercraft community as well when we talk about sewing and knitting and crochet and other types of things. Yarn again comes to us from this community with 539 subscribers, so they have to be excited about that new graduated monetization system where 500 subscribers gets you in at the first level, and then possibly continuing after that towards the 1,000, but you can start making fan funding as soon as you get 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time instead of 4,000, which is great to see. She's got shorts on the front of the channel, so we'll look at these right away. We see 1,300 and even 1,500 views on some of these. A lot of beautiful looking fibercraft work. And then videos are frequent on the channel. I'm going to take the second latest one, put this in my catch-up list. We get an idea of what they're doing here, usually indoors, sometimes outdoors as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Yarn again. We'd love to push them towards the 600 subscribers that they're thinking about. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get the next channel up onto the screen. Emotion is coming up. This is a talented singer and songwriter who is also here as a member and a moderator. All the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for videos or live streams or premieres in particular, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for yourself in the same way that we do right here. Emotion brings their original works as a talented singer and songwriter in music videos more than anything else on the channel, as well as some compilations that could be in premieres or live streams, and he rounds out the channel with some shorts and reaction videos as well. He's got a concert coming up this Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. I've got my notification on for that. We're going to look at the shorts for a quick second. See that they've gotten into 12 and 1300 views here. Emotion, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and a complimentary channel called Writing with Emotion New Soul, where we get to see not only how the music is made, but the man behind the music as well. So hopefully everybody will connect on both of these channels, and we see that he's working on 800 subscribers. He also rounds out this channel with more shorts and reaction videos as well as live streams occasionally. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and the J. Jordan, I don't know if I actually said hello to them in the chat. When I look for Emotion, by the way, I type in Emotion New Soul. That helps his content come up, but this is a creator with an incredibly popular and short name, so they struggle with the search results even till today. We just want to do all we can to help them, so typing Emotion New Soul helps us get there. New Soul R&B music is what we find when we arrive. The J. Jordan is here as another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'm just going to do something quickly before we get to the J. Jordan's content. I just got to take the stream off unlisted now. And there we go. Let's get to the J. Jordan. And we see that this creator is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. This creator is on all the time. They're either on their own channel or they're on other people's channels. They bring fitness, they bring music, and all kinds of different things. They try to motivate and inspire as well. They literally say their channel's here to promote others. They're rapidly growing at now almost 3,400 subscribers. And you know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. When we look at the shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into 11,000, 17,000, and even over 20,000 views, and live streams can involve either fitness or outdoor activities. They take us bowling. Sometimes they're doing music. Sometimes they're found on other people's channels. They are literally seeming to be on YouTube everywhere all the time. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to the J. Jordan. I know you'll appreciate the support that comes back from them. Next up is going to be Big Dude. This is a creator that wants to inspire us in a spiritual way with a lot of Bible study, as a matter of fact, and they've started to bring in friends to Tuber Chat from their own YouTube community, for which I'm grateful as well. We'll see what Big Dude has got going on when we let YouTube filters know that we're looking for a channel. One of the things he mentions is the idea of using his handle to find him. It's Big Dude 1234. Not too difficult to forget, but we can use that if we need to. And then Big Dude has over 4,000 subscribers now. Lots of shorts videos, and like I said, it's more Bible study than anything. The shorts videos, though, have gotten into a lot of variety, usually tributes to public figures and celebrities, and then live streams. Lots and lots and lots of Bible study here, so this creator will motivate us and inspire us in a spiritual way. I'm just going to grab his latest video and put this in my catch-up list, but you'll notice that the live streams, I caught him for one of these the other day. This is an extremely passionate creator as well, I can tell you that from my time there. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen, and I just want to see, I should call out a couple of channels and see if Rushing Wind Mountain is still in the house. Scratch and PPA is coming up right now, and it's often that this creator has to wait this long to get onto the wheel and the screen. And I'm just going to drop a link in the chat. This is for the trivia stream that's coming up on my personal channel if anybody wants to come and join us over there. We've been doing it every Monday for the last many Mondays, but it's a lot of fun, and we're starting to build up a little bit of a group playing. You can participate in the chat, but you'll see when we get there. So I'll just leave that link pinned so everybody can get there when you would like to, and this stream will roll right in there. Scratch and Pete PA is a beloved and dedicated moderator here. This creator brings us the Scratch Challenge series of videos. You'll notice something different on his channel though. One standout video here, which is a teaser for a very exciting adventure that's coming up, and I'm giving you a little bit of a teasing hint about it here. He's got some new content planned, different content for the channel starting this Saturday. I'm extremely excited. I know a lot of us are, and it's so funny because sometimes people reach out to me as the host of Superchat and they say, you know, this person should do this, that person should do that. Almost always in a positive way, just ideas. And one of the most common things is, do you think Scratch and PPA is going to live stream? I think people would love it if he would live stream. He's even gone as far as to update his banner now with the new X. I haven't even done that yet. He always updates his banner every week to match the thumbnails for his videos, let us know what we're expecting. He has an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, and what he does is pits two lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. But you'll also notice presentation is at the forefront of his mind with his bright, beautiful avatar matching those thumbnails and that banner. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video almost 3 years ago now. And this creator has got one of the fastest rolling live chats during his premieres that you'll see in the Superchat family. He has got his premieres that come out every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail. He posts with perfect consistency, and he rivals those of VS Speaks Royally, Hilda DC, Garden State Gardener, for instance. So it's a lot of fun to be a part of that as well. Very fast-paced, very high energy. And yeah, who gets the final spin on the Wheel of Doom? We'll see. Scratch and PPA, of course, is a beloved and dedicated moderator, but a dear friend, and I hope everybody will connect with him. I'm trying, as you can see, to leave a lot of mystery as to what he's doing so that people will go to Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, because I promise you're going to be very excited. And you get the opportunity to know what's going to happen before it's happening. And then on Saturday, we're going to see something very exciting happen on his channel. I know that already. The Stock Explorer is up here right now, another beloved and dedicated moderator and a member here. The Stock Explorer is going to help us with our finances as well. Like I was talking about, they talk about stocks, crypto, with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading and things like that and everything else. There's a bit of variety on the channel as well, and we see that especially when we get into shorts and videos. Some of the shorts have gotten into 3,500 and even 4,500 views. The videos on the channel feature a lot of stock talk, but a little bit of product reviews and some other variety, a couple of drone videos even. In the live streams, there's a lot of friendly conversation, but they've actually been doing a lot of scratching. I'd like to know who made those thumbnails, Stock Explorer. Did you make those, or did you have somebody do that? Because those are great. They've been doing scratch battles with other creators as well. Some of you know Florida Claimers Ted's been on the channel many times as a regular. I've joined the Stock Explorer on their channel for a YouTube conversation, and sometimes there are charts and graphs for us to see, but lots of other StreamYard panelists come up for friendly conversation on the channel as well. So the Stock Explorer will bring us everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics, and then they have a second channel as well called Tropical Buzz, where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they'll be growing, but this is their second channel, so I hope everybody will connect with them here as well. Canadian Family Life is coming up right now, and before we get to Embarkation Nation, I'm going to put a few channels on the wheel. I've got to race through them because I got to be on time. This system that I use for the trivia stuff starts on its own. You don't have a go live button, it just goes, and then you got to like hopefully be ready. Tuber Chat will run for an extra 3 minutes so that we can clean up our connections here, and I hope you'll come and join us over there, but we will get to another couple of channels right now. Experience Africans has been with us just about from the beginning today, as well as Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, has been very much engaging conversation in the chat. Tiffany, we've talked about a couple of times already today, because this is a creator who happens to be a fellow Canadian and joined me on a live stream on Come Hither with Heather's channel the other day, talking about Canada, as a matter of fact, and all the different niceties in Canadians, let's say. And they post frequently. They're posting videos a few times a week. They're live streaming. You've seen Canadian Family Life maybe more than any other creator today on other people's channels, because they're collaborating with so many others in live streams on that new StreamYard system particularly. They're monetized, one of the first channels that we've known of with the new monetization system, with 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. But you can see they're well past that now with 1,400 subscribers. What they want to do is help us save money when it comes to the idea of shopping, and they bring a lot of other variety, including cooking videos, and live streams where the conversation can go just about anywhere. But they also let us know that the reason they started the channel was to make memories for family, to be able to keep up with them and see what's going on, and we're grateful to have that content for ourselves so that we can get to know them. But that's Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. Embarkation Nation is up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. They're working on 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone right now. Embarkation Nation says, live each day like it's Embarkation Day. And what they're talking about is the beginning of a journey, like a cruise in their case. But I think it's a wonderful way to introduce people to the channel with positivity. And when we look at their shorts videos, this is a channel that I've enjoyed seeing some of their shorts videos. But look at some of these shots, right? And 5,000, 7,000, even 9,000 views, as well as going back to watch videos and even live streams from this channel, as they brought us a deck party, which is really cool. When you go on a cruise, you see that kind of thing happening frequently. And then lots of StreamYard panels here with some familiar faces. And there's Destination Fun, Eddie Lugo Studios, other familiar faces on the channel. And it's great to see so many creators collaborating together in that way. Hugo Homestead, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. They happen to be a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right this second. And we're going to look at Paralife TV, which is Shane, your everyday wheelchair ninja right now. He's been a longtime friend. He brings a lot of fitness. And much like we were joking in the chat earlier about watching other people paint, I've actually sat and ate snacks while watching Paralife TV work out, as a matter of fact. What I found compelling about this channel in the very beginning, when they first came into Tuber Chat, what has to be well beyond a year ago now, I think it's getting on 1.5 to almost 2 years, Paralife TV brings a lot of fitness and a lot of do-it-yourself videos. So we're usually learning 2 things at a time. They're bringing us life from their perspective, which obviously is in a wheelchair, but they bring us traditional how-to videos. We learned how to, the first one I watched was learning how to fix a washing machine from Paralife TV. I've hung out with them many times in these live streams where they've been working out. Like I said, they do those frequently. Hopefully they'll pick up the content again shortly, but as well, they've got shorts videos here that have gotten into 8,000, 8,400, and even 11,000 views. Lots of these are fitness related. You see that? So hopefully we'll see more from the from Paralife TV shortly. They've been putting out a lot of videos though lately, which is great to see. So I've got the latest one, and that's in my catch-up list so I can get caught up with them. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. I'm going to really race through the last few channels here. I'd like to get another couple onto the screen if I can. Experience Africans is a longtime friend, and we'll get them up on the screen right now. I'm going to put Jan Hines and Lola Toyin on the wheel. Experience Africans has 2,700 subscribers right now. They've been long time friends. They've got shorts on the forefront of their channel. So we'll look at these right away. Well over 7,000 views on a couple of these, and one of them over 20,000, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent on the channel, so they're doing these about once a month. And then videos, they're always posting videos. So they just got one from yesterday. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Jan Hines is going to be next. We'll see what this creator's got going on. They've actually got a couple of different channels, but they've been another friend for a long time. And we'll see what they've got going on. There's a lot of variety here, but Jan Hines is bringing self-care, hygiene, and lifestyle on this particular channel. I'm just going to dig through their videos and take the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list so I can make sure to stay caught up with them. We've got our notification bells on for every channel, of course. We see they're working on 1,100 subscribers now. They've got a few shorts, so hopefully they'll continue with this. These are getting close to a couple hundred views. Live streams might be an idea for the future of the channel. Life with Jan is a second channel from this creator where they bring us some more variety in lifestyle on this second channel. When we get into these videos, we see the little bit of variety that's come, and hopefully they'll continue producing videos on this channel. Shorts and live streams might be a idea for the future. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Lola Toyin is a channel we're still getting to know. We've just had them up a couple of times on the screen, but they've got a video here which I don't think I can pronounce, but I'm going to learn about it when I watch it. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list right now. Another cooking video. When we dig through their channel, we see a lot of delicious looking content, which is great to see. And then shorts videos. These have started to get into 1,200 and even 1,400 views, which is also great. And then live streams are something they seem to be doing almost frequently, about once or twice a month. So hopefully everybody will join them. Put that notification bell on like we do for all channels. I'll bring one more channel up onto the screen. We'll spin just for fun and put Hugo Homestead up here. This is another longtime friend and a very supportive channel. I see them out supporting others all the time, and they've been making frequent appearances in Superchat again. So Hugo Homestead stands for, means peaceful, cozy home. In Danish, we're learning something from their About page before we even get into the channel. But they've got some shorts videos that have really started to move already into 1,300, 1,500, and even 1,600 views. And then live streams might be an idea for the future, but they've got a brand new video from a few days ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up. Like I said, a lot of homesteading channels are here sharing their journey with us, sharing tips and tricks, and have an instinctive nature and wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. This stream will continue for an extra 3 minutes, and if you'd like to play some trivia, then I'll invite you to my personal channel. We'll be over there in a moment. The Paranormal Circle, good to see you here. You caught us just at the end of the stream, but thank you for coming in, and we'll see everybody again soon. Episode 600 is coming up on Saturday. Get that notification on. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.